Welcome so much for joining us this afternoon for our Tokyo Lift-Off winners announcement. Woo! It's the moment everyone's been waiting for.
We've been waiting 5 weeks.
Yes.
And here we are.
I cannot believe 5
6 weeks. 6.
Is it
2
6
weeks
weeks?
of the network round.
It's been a long time, put it that way.
Yeah.
But we are ready to announce the winners. So I think it's really nice if we recap the films that made it through to the network round, because this is a massive achievement in itself.
Absolutely. And what an amazing collection
Absolutely.
we've had.
So here is our wonderful poster, the Lift-Off Film Festival 2020. So the films that made it through to the network round, so exclusively for Lift-Off members. So many people turned out to watch the network round. There were 35
It was
films
amazing.
that were promoted to the second round of the festival. So these were live for 2 weeks, as Claire mentioned already, and the members, along with the internal judges, rated all of the films and gave a thorough, detailed vote back, along with their kind of thoughts and feelings of each film, which will be sent back to the filmmakers in due course.
Yeah, I hope this was a process that people enjoyed. As we mentioned before, this the form that you would have seen on the page there is very similar to the physical audience feedback cards that we do at all our live events. So that gives you a little bit of an insight as to how we run things in non-COVID era.
Yeah.
And hopefully you enjoyed it, and it makes you think about the different elements of the films, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really gives you something to sort of like think about and jot down.
So if there are any network members here joining us live, let us know your thoughts in the chat. I will be keeping my eyes on it throughout this announcement. So do ask away any questions that you have, and do share your experiences of the festival throughout.
Amazing.
So on to the films that made it through to the network round. We've already mentioned these in a previous YouTube stream, but we think it's really nice to just re-congratulate the films that did make it through.
Definitely. Everybody loved these films. You'll see in the audience feedback how much everyone enjoyed them. Let's run through which of those films it was.
Let's go. So, Stenches.
Directed by Rob Bareilles.
And On Off.
Directed by Simon Matthew Valentine.
Little Bastard.
Directed by Harun Hazar.
The Watchmaker.
Charlie Fonville.
Under the Flag.
Jiawei Cheng.
So these films are all from the Headline Shorts programme, and here are their posters.
So those were the audience choice posters. And our jury selection posters.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So moving on to headliner featured docs. So our audience choices went to Sing You a Brand New Song.
Directed by C.D. Malloy.
Tokyo Hula.
Directed by Lizette Marie Flannery.
And Immaterial.
Directed by Shinji Shiozaki. And again, our posters.
Nice.
I do love the fact that we get to show you guys these.
Yeah.
It's really nice, isn't it? We know a lot of work goes into them as well. Okay, headliners feature narrative.
Yes. So we have Burning Highway.
Directed by Michael Posset Jr.
Rose of Blood.
Directed by Claudia Lanka.
Locked Alone.
Young Jen Yang.
And the jury selection went to Kids Are Angels.
By Kaoru Kawanishi.
It's also really good to see where all of these films are coming from as well.
Nice selection of different countries. We've said it before, but it matches just how diverse the audience was.
Absolutely.
Very cool. And again, great posters.
So moving on to Trendsetters Shorts. So the audience choice films were Orange Curtain.
Directed by Joseph Di Bartolo.
Wait for Me.
Directed by Leisha Sonam.
The Big Appeal.
Directed by Hannah Toe.
And the jury selections were Sardines.
Directed by David Ince.
And The Yellow Jacket.
Directed by Andreas Mortensen.
And here their posters are. I just love how diverse each poster is.
Yeah.
It really
Lots
gets
of different tones, different styles. Very cool.
So Trendsetters feature narratives. The audience choice went to Powerful Chief.
Directed by Henry Vallejo.
Wednesday in Space.
Directed by Hudson Hughes.
And then the one that I always mispronounce, but it's Psychopedagogia. Psychopedagogia.
Yes, directed by Gabriel Babalovici and Emmanuel Babalovici. And here they are. Audience choice and our jury selection.
So we move on to Trendsetters feature doc. So the audience choice went to Finding Tom Babadali.
Directed by Gis van der Lee.
Mirrored Life.
By Sean M.
And the jury selection was One Word.
Directed by Viviana Uriona. There we go. Nice to see films that I know we've screened on multiple events as well. Mirrored Life there, I know we've screened multiple times, so it's great to see it.
So moving on to Trailblazers short. So the audience choices went to Adida in Between.
Directed by Krista W. Graham.
The Agent.
Directed by Marie Noelle Marquise.
Esperanza's Turn.
Directed by Melissa Gregory Rue.
And then the jury selections went to Kimono, Intimate Art.
By Matthew T. Burns.
And Nearby Memories.
By Pauline Moreau.
And here their posters are. Nice. And then newcomers shorts. So the audience choice went to Kuma Brings the Pearls.
Directed by Beth Warrenoff and David Brown.
Raw Pieces.
J. Stephen Majura.
How to Bend Concrete in 108 Steps.
Directed by Mahesh Madhav.
The jury selection went to Sacrifice.
By Anna Maguire.
And Birdwatchers.
By Mariam Astene.
And then we had two special mentions that also went through to the jury round. So that is Tomorrow the Birds Will Sing.
Directed by Arvin Karnian.
And a cohort of guests.
Directed by Todd Sandler.
So they were the films that made it through to the network round.
They were. So again, as Natalie said, a huge congratulations
Yeah.
to those 35 films.
Yeah. So now we have announced the 35 films. We are finally at that stage where we are ready to announce the winners. So without further ado, the winners are The Watchmaker. Congratulations, Charlie Fonville. You have won a screening at Tokyo Lifter Film Festival 2021. So do you want to head away with the synopsis?
Yeah, so this was a film that so many of you loved. Great feedback on those cards.
Yeah.
And so a profile of master Japanese watchmaker Takumi Ishiro, who is on the verge of completing one of his greatest masterpieces.
This film had me laughing as well, just because
Yeah.
when I started watching it, I thought it was a documentary, and it turns out it's not. So congratulations, Charlie, you fooled us all, and we can't wait.
We love a good documentary here at Lift Off.
Yeah, we can't wait to screen it at Tokyo Lift Off next year.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Charlie.
And the second winner goes to Under the Flag. So congratulations, Cherry Cheng. This was another incredible film. We loved it, and as the audience scores were coming back in from our members, it was clear.
Across the board of those elements. I mean, so many different elements were rated highly on this, weren't they? So a driven and conscientious girl at China's premier dance school gets the lead position in a prestigious performance, but struggles to accept it after she learns that her mother has bribed the teacher to buy her the part.
Absolutely. So you will also be screening at Tokyo Liftoff in 2021. Congratulations to the both of you.
It will be here before we know it.
I know, we're already almost in August. So
we always say time flies here at Liftoff. I think it's because every 5 weeks we're in a different city, so the time just zips away.
But this isn't it. We also have some season award nominations to hand out.
Absolutely.
Here they are. So the Lift Off Season Awards, this is the event that takes place here at Pinewood Studios. It is our red carpet event. The champagne flows, the awards are handed out. We have a good party and a dance. And each year we nominate between 60 and 70 films in multiple different categories to come and celebrate that night here at Pinewood. So we have a handful of nominations here that we would like to announce.
We do. So, first up getting a nomination is
Yellow Jacket. So congratulations, Andreas Richardson. Yellow Jacket picks up a nomination for Best First Time Film. So Torve is alone until she finds herself in a young woman named Agnes through some old home videos. When the videos doesn't end the way Torve anticipated, she tries to fix it by rearranging the events from Agnes' life. A first-time film, I was completely blown away by this.
Yeah, it's staggering.
It has a clear beginning, middle, and end, and the characters are so believable. Performances were great all around as well. So congratulations. We will be sending you all the information after this stream and during this week. So do look out for an email from us.
Yeah, I love this category. I think it's so nice to be awarding emerging talent with one of our nominations, and we've had some phenomenal films over the years in this category, haven't we?
We have.
In fact, just recently we interviewed Alex Alexandru on this YouTube channel, and hearing about his career through to his first time film, which won our season award, was super interesting. So do check that out if you would like to listen to what he had to say.
Yes.
But yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So on to our second nomination, which goes to Little Bastard, directed by Harun Hazar. So this picks up a nomination for Best Short Documentary, one of my favourite categories. So in this portrait, exceptional artist Caroline Britta assembles parts of crashed cars into a giant metal sculpture of James Dean's head. Not only the car he died in burnt, this head will burn as well.
Phenomenal. This documentary, you can even see there, it's won other festivals as well, but it was just the way it was shot, the story behind it, it really had a pull. So well done. Very well done.
I hope all of you get, if you didn't manage to watch these on the network round, I hope you get a chance to later on. We often have a collection of our season award nominations. So yeah, hopefully everyone will get to see this.
Yes. And the third nomination goes to Immaterial. So congratulations, you have picked up Best Feature Documentary nomination. Outstanding. I love this film. I mean, I love this film. I love the grainy effects. I love how underground it was, and just the opening sequence flashing through loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of photos. It just kind of takes over your brain. You're induced into this film. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So an object of inspiration for artists discussing the position of skateboarding with artistic intent, a commonplace in the sport universe for market facilitation. He has rarely managed to adapt the level of regulation and objectivity that characterizes different activities as a sport without going against the main desire of the skateboarders. Fantastic documentary, highly recommend if this is available online anywhere else for you to go and try and check it out. Congratulations for picking up a feature documentary nomination.
Amazing. On to our fourth nomination, which goes to the aforementioned Watchmaker.
There we go. Congratulations, Charlie Fonville, on picking up a short live action narrative nomination.
Yeah, I think the internal judges decided that this had to be season award nominated as well as one of the festival winners.
So congratulations.
There we go. And last but not least,
Dun, dun, dun. Who is it? So Under the Flag. Congratulations to Shay Wei Cheng.
On 2!
Yes, it picked up 2 nominations. So you've been nominated for Best Cinematography and Best Actor. So congratulations to
Michelle.
To Michelle, yeah, for picking up the Best Actor nomination. We've already mentioned the synopsis there, but a driven girl and a Chinese premier dance school gets the lead position in a prestigious performance by struggling to accept after she learns that her mother has bribed the teacher to buy her the part. This film is phenomenal. Like the dancing within it, the storyline, the way it follows the characters, it really does tick a lot of boxes.
Yeah, much deserves those 2 nominations. As we said earlier, the way you rate all the different elements on these, it was getting top marks across the board. So, definitely deserved those 2 nominations.
So that is the winners and the season award nominations from this year's Tokyo Liftoff Film Festival 2020. And despite everything that has happened, the start of this was when COVID and the rest of the world kind of locked down. So we're so grateful for the way that you have all responded to the way that we have decided to run the festival, the engagement levels, and just the overall appreciation for true indie film. It blows us away every time. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting true indie film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that sort of brings us to a conclusion on that front. So we would just like to highlight a few things.
Yes. So this is our Facebook Network members group. For everyone who took part in the network round, thank you so much. I'm sure you are part of this group, but if you are not, then do join. There are lots of opportunities within this group. We do post in there regularly with lots of updates, what's going on with Liftoff, and opportunities for you to come and meet us when possible. So do join if you are a member. Find us on Facebook and say hello.
Yeah, don't forget to fill out the little form that you have to fill out when you ask to join.
It is a requirement, and if you don't, we do not accept you into that group. So do make sure you've done that.
Perfect.
And then...
and looking... Oh, sorry. Looking to the future. What's on at the moment? The answer is a lot, as always.
As always. New York is in its final week, and we will be doing our final roundup this Friday. Tomorrow we're interviewing 3 other filmmakers who are taking part in the New York Festival. Really excited for that one. It should be just as good as the last one we did, which you can find on our YouTube channel. We also have the First Time Filmmakers sessions currently running up until Sunday,
10 p.m. BST. So there's still plenty of time for those votes to roll in for people who haven't decided yet. I think that covers everything.
Thank you so much. I've just got my eye on the chat room here, and it says, when will the info about the Liftoff Sessions July be announced? So when will we be announcing the winners for that?
This week. So we will be announcing them almost definitely live like we do on these YouTube sessions. So keep your eyes peeled for an email. You'll definitely be hearing before the end of the week, probably on our Friday's stream. But that's TBC.
Cool. I hope that answers your questions. And again, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day.